I wish I'd known that everyone felt the same way I did when I arrived, that everyone was nervous and no one really knew anyone, that it's all just about putting yourself out there.
You get a gut feeling sometimes, you're like, I've got to go here, and even though it was 6 hours away from my hometown, I was like, I've just got to go for it.
Anglia Ruskin University, my goodness me, what a year you've had.
You will meet so many people that will help you when you apply for future things after you graduate, and there's always something to do and people to meet that will benefit you in the future.
We all get involved in new things. There are lots of things going on every single day, and I'm always involved in something.
Meeting students here was the first inspiration I got.
It's amazing because I feel like I'm at home.
And the winner is Chris Cook.
I generally couldn't have achieved what I have achieved without my degree, so thank you to Anglia Ruskin University for helping me with that. This award just says that you're on the right path, not only for my own career, but for inspiring future generations to do what I do. If I could give one piece of advice for future graduates, go all in, commit to it, go full in on it, get that dream.
Winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award, Professor Amari Gaston.
And I should really thank Anglia Ruskin University for starting me off in my life journey.
We are so proud of you, all that you have achieved throughout your journey at ARU.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Please do take a seat. On behalf of the Academic Registrar, it is my privilege and pleasure to welcome you to Chelmsford Cathedral for today's ARU graduation ceremony. We have gathered here to celebrate your success, the class of 2020. We are pleased to have with us the Mayor of Chelmsford. Well, what a year it has been. I am sure, like many others, that you have had your doubts over the last 18 months as to whether you would ever get to a graduation ceremony and have the chance to celebrate your successes. However, we have got here at last, and very well done to you all for simply completing your studies under such unprecedented circumstances. Graduation ceremonies follow a tradition that dates back to the 15th century, and it is a tradition which has evolved since. Roughly translated, graduation means taking a step, and graduation symbolises the move of the former student, now a graduand, into a new role in society as a graduate, where they will use the skills and talents developed during their studies to contribute to the future advancement of society. As each graduand crosses the stage, they will pause and bow to the Vice-Chancellor, who will respond in kind to acknowledge their success and, moreover, to symbolise their transition to their new role as a graduate. We will applaud them for their success so far, but also in anticipation of the contribution we expect them to make to society in the future. At the conclusion of our ceremony, the Vice-Chancellor will formally admit all graduates into the community of scholars. And as new members of that community, as the academic procession leaves the stage, the new graduates will join the procession that will bring the ceremony to a close. During proceedings, those graduating with higher degree awards will have their hood placed on them by the Vice-Chancellor to indicate that they have attained the very highest levels of academic achievement. So, it is now time to begin our formal proceedings. I hereby declare the ceremony to be in session, and I call upon Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roderick Watkins, to address you. Vice-Chancellor.
Madam Mayor, distinguished guests, graduands, family and friends, colleagues, as Vice-Chancellor of Anglia-Ruskin University, I am delighted to join you today at your graduation ceremony. And firstly, to all those graduating today, my congratulations on reaching this milestone and graduating from your chosen course. Today is a day of great celebration. It's an opportunity for each of you to take stock, to reflect and celebrate your achievements to date, but also to look forward to the exciting careers that stretch out in front of you. And whatever career you enter, you are the future. You now have the opportunity and the responsibility to embrace and promote change, to implement new ideas and new ways of working. The passion, energy, and commitment that led you to undertake your ARU degree and gave you the strength and resilience to succeed in that task, despite all the challenges you have faced, including those posed by this dreadful pandemic, can now be applied to building your careers and realizing your aspirations. And whether your future lies in education, health, social care, business, law, science, technology, or the arts, with your passion and your expertise, you really can now make a difference, helping society to address the challenges that we all face, nationally and globally. And we will have succeeded in our task if we have helped you to develop the skills, confidence, and determination to influence and lead your professions, to promote change, and to achieve your ambitions. As well as serving our students, we at ARU are fully committed to serving our region and the communities in which we are based. Economic development, social inclusion, business support, tackling health inequalities. These are all fundamentally important elements of our mission, transforming lives through innovative, inclusive, and entrepreneurial education and research. In 2020, we were announced as the chosen higher education partner for the establishment of a new university in Peterborough, due to open in 2022, ARU Peterborough. This exciting initiative will provide life-changing opportunities for many local people who may not previously have considered university, and deliver a skilled local workforce that will meet employers' needs. We were also delighted to be chosen to train new officers for the Metropolitan Police Service, as well as all 7 police forces across the east of England, as part of a national overhaul of police officer training that year. And our students won innumerable prizes in 2020, including the Student Social Worker of the Year, Student Nurse of the Year, V&A Illustrator of the Year, and the World Illustration Award. And our reach extends well beyond the eastern region in which we are based. We are a genuinely global community of students and researchers. We attract students from over 180 countries, and they flourish with us because they find a second home here. And our researchers, too, have worldwide reach and impact. Research that has real, tangible impact on people's lives was given a new urgency in the pandemic, and our researchers responded rapidly to the COVID-19 outbreak by committing to research that would help us to understand and develop interventions to address the massive impact the pandemic was having on all our communities. Their work included research into ways to speed up coronavirus testing, a public health study on the impact of self-isolation, and an investigation into innovative drug combinations that can reduce complications in COVID-19 patients. So in our research, as in our education, we are having real, tangible impact on people's lives, and that's something of which we can all be proud. But above all, we define our success as a university by the positive impact we have on the lives of our students and the communities we serve. And for us to succeed, we will need your support as our newest alumni. Because the support we receive from our alumni and our friends really matters, adding value to the education we provide to our students and supporting our researchers to push boundaries. So please help us. Help us build links with your networks and your professions, and spread the good word about your university. Before I close, I would please like to pay special tribute to your families and friends who have provided you with their constant support throughout your education. You and we owe them our sincere gratitude, so thank you very much indeed. And I would also like to acknowledge and thank my colleagues, the staff right across ARU, for their tireless work and professionalism and their extraordinary commitment to supporting you and all in our community through the challenges of the pandemic. So, once again, my warm congratulations to you all. I do hope you enjoy your day. I wish you well wherever your ARU degree takes you, and please do stay in touch. ARU is your university for life, and our success and your success are inextricably linked. Thank you.
Vice-Chancellor, thank you. We now come to our main business for today's ceremony, the presentation to the Vice-Chancellor of those receiving awards today. And I call upon Pro-Vice-Chancellor and Dean of Faculty, Professor Gary Packham, to come to the podium to present to the Vice-Chancellor graduands from the Faculty of Business and Law.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present to you graduands from the Faculty of Business and Law. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business Management and Leadership, Louis Brown. Rhys Ellsworth. James John Hawkins. Elliot Hutchinson Coop. Londra Kodra. Daniel Onworthy. April Marie Waller. For the award of Bachelor of Science with Honours, Business Management and Finance, Rizgar Ishmael. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Saif Al-Alili. Ammar Al-Sayed Al-Hashemi. Maktoum Al-Masroui. Aisha Saeed Al-Zababi. Yosef Issa Yosef Al-Subi. Ziad Saeed Badir. Olachi Sandra Gogo Achomwa. Noor Joma. Roger Lewis. Jane Alexandra McCory. Mohammed Miri. Amjad Omar Abdul Karim Abu Omar. Aziza Idri Saka Mubarak Al-Hamadi. Krishna Prasad Pokhel. Dominic James Riley. Vice-Chancellor, that partially completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Gary Packham, thank you. Each year, ARU confirms a number of honorary awards to individuals outstanding in their field of endeavour, and who we hope will serve as an inspiration to those of you crossing this platform today. Their stunning achievements should motivate us all by reminding us that we should see our own success to date merely as a starting point. They pose the question, shouldn't we too aspire to success like theirs? I now call upon Professor Samantha Lundrigan to read the citation for the award of Doctor of Laws honoris causa to Nicholas Alston, CBE DL.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to read the citation for Nicholas Alston, CBL, Deputy Lieutenant, for the award of Honorary Doctor of Laws. Nick Alston joined ARU in June 2016 as Chair of the Policing Institute for the Eastern Region, or PEER for short, a research institute committed to the improvement of policing practice through partnership in applied research. His role here at ARU has been to help establish PEER's reputation with criminal justice agencies, both in the region and nationally, as an academic partner whose high-quality research has real impact on policy and practice. And Nick's knowledge, insight and experience have been instrumental in cementing PEER's success. Nick has dedicated his working life to defence, security and policing. After attending school in Chelmsford and then graduating from Cambridge University, Nick was commissioned into the Royal Navy, where he joined the staff of the Royal Naval Engineering College as a lecturer in materials science. He then worked for a further 29 years in the UK's defence arena, before joining Goldman Sachs, where he became a managing director and co-head of its worldwide corporate security office. His passion for effective partnership working between public sector agencies and the voluntary and third sectors has helped shape policing in the East of England. And through his role as non-executive director at the National Crime Agency, Nick has helped to steer the NCA through austerity and the ever-changing dimensions of national and international crime. Nick has been an influential commentator on policing and crime issues for local, regional and national radio and television, and as well as a keynote speaker at many conferences and events. Most recently, Nick chaired the multi-agency public protection arrangements serious case reviews of the London Bridge and Streatham terror attacks. In 2012, Nick was elected as the first Police and Crime Commissioner for Essex, where he was responsible for the Police and Crime Plan, for police funding, and for holding the Chief Constable to account for effective and efficient policing. Throughout this period, he also served as a non-executive director and latterly chair of the board of the Mid-Essex Hospitals NHS Trust, again demonstrating a real commitment to the improvement of public services, the encouragement of research, and building a closer relationship between the hospital and ARU. In the 1997 New Year's Honours List, Nick was recognised with the CBE for his important work, and in 2017, he was appointed a Deputy Lieutenant for the County of Essex. More recently, Nick has joined our Board of Governors, contributing to the strategic leadership of ARU at the highest level. Nick is simply an inspirational role model for all our students, particularly those studying in the fields of policing, law and criminology. And we hope that this honorary award will provide further recognition of his outstanding work in the region. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present Nicholas Alston, CBE Deputy Lieutenant, for the award of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa.
As Vice-Chancellor for Anglia-Ruskin University, I hereby confer upon you, Nicholas Alston, CBE DL, the award of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Congratulations.
Vice-Chancellor, honoured guests and students, it's very disconcerting, I should say, speaking here where these students are over here to whom I really want to address. No longer students, some still graduates and some graduates. But I'm humbled to be receiving this award of an honorary degree of Doctor of Laws. And I'm most grateful to ARU for it. I'm also delighted to be attending this ceremony to share in such an important event for all those who are receiving their degrees here this evening. Furthermore, it's a privilege, but also a somewhat daunting prospect to be invited to address you. I'm particularly delighted the ceremony is being held here in Chelmsford Cathedral, a building that's been standing for 500 years at the centre of what is now the city of Chelmsford. Then a mere town, this is where I grew up and went to school. Every day I walked or cycled past the site of what is now ARU, though then occupied by the Hoffman's factory producing the finest ball bearings in the world. And I should say, sometimes walking hand in hand with my now wife as we went to school here. And this cathedral is where I sang and worshipped. I first auditioned for the choir here in 1964. God, it's a long time ago. And I've sung here more or less regularly ever since. My faith and my music have been a consistent part of my journey, whether I've been living here or in one of several other cities and countries that my career has taken me. As you heard from here, I went to university in Cambridge, one of my sisters and I being the first of our generation of cousins to go to higher education. I'm delighted my other sister is here with me and my wife this evening. I hope you too are able to celebrate with your families. Well, why this nostalgia, especially when your journeys to higher education may have been very different? When I set out from Chelmsford University and then from university to work, I could not possibly have foreseen where my career would take me, or to imagine receiving such an honour as I've received today. I recognise now, though probably not then, what a privilege it was to receive a good education at school and then to have the stimulation and challenge of my undergraduate degree. And to be honest, Cambridge was a real challenge for me. Perhaps for some of you, completing your degree has been tough too. I know how that feels. Precisely 50 years ago today, I was in my first term at Cambridge, struggling sadly as my mother suffered with cancer, and she died just before I started my second term. And I remember her fondly today. She would have been as proud as I hope your friends and families are. Of course, I learned much more, as you will, from every step of my subsequent career. That learning was not just about acquiring knowledge and skills to do my job better, in my case, seeking to keep this country and everyone living here safe. It was also about how to apply that knowledge and those skills to serve, influence, encourage, and support others in their own fields. Every one of us has the opportunity to use our talents to further our own careers. It's right to want to do that, and I sincerely hope every one of you is hugely successful. You have the opportunities to be the leaders in your professions, whether in the law, in business, or in management of all sorts. And it's great to see somebody from the Army here today. I'm very proud my son is an Army officer. But I hope you'll also have the opportunity to help build stronger, safer, and caring communities that can thrive and meet the challenges of the 21st century. It seems unlikely to me that the way we've done things for the last 50 years will be the best for the next 50. The challenges of the years ahead still look exciting to me, though many seem daunting too. Perhaps how one sees such things is just a function of age. I do, however, hope you all feel inspired to apply your considerable talents to meet those challenges, whether economic, social, or environmental, not only here in our privileged communities, but around the world where the need in some places is becoming very great indeed. My recent time as chair of the Policing Institute, PEER, here at ARU, confirmed for me that the opportunity to contribute to novel and important work can come at any time. The invitation I received to join PEER and to work with Dr. now Professor Sam Lundrigan was wholly unexpected. But it's enabled me to learn about and to share in the ambition of ARU to make first-class higher education supported by outstanding research available to all, and to encourage areas of research relevant to today's pressing issues, such as sexual violence and extremism, which peer studies. I hope I have been able to contribute some ideas and enthusiasm, too often, I'm afraid, long stories in meetings, to that research, and to encourage the expansion of higher education within policing. I'm delighted that Simon Bailey, the former Chief Constable of Norfolk Constabulary, has now joined PEER in the role that I held supporting Professor Lundgren grow PEER as we're determined it should. I'm delighted that Simon is here today to share in this event. The police need, and I firmly believe deserve, our support, perhaps more so today when they're under such proper scrutiny than ever before. The many challenges they face are one reason why PEER was established. But safer communities cannot be created by the police alone. They require all areas of public, private, academic and voluntary sectors to work together. I firmly believe ARU can and should help facilitate that essential partnership. So I warmly congratulate you all on the award of your degrees today. My hope as you continue a lifelong habit of learning, whatever your career path, is that you will be successful in your chosen careers. But I hope too you'll find the reward that I have in sharing with others the privileges and advantages we've all gained through access to the education that we celebrate today. Vice-Chancellor, thank you.
Nicholas Alston, CBE DL, for the award of Doctor of Laws, honoris causa. Many congratulations. We now continue with the presentation of those receiving awards today, and I call upon Professor Gary Packham to return to the podium to continue the presentation to the Vice-Chancellor of graduands from the Faculty of Business and Law. Gary Packham.
Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to continue to the presentation of graduands from the Faculty of Business and Law. For the award of Master of Arts, Human Resource Management, Andrea Fuller. For the award of Bachelor of Laws with Honours Law, Roy Warren Meares. Teresa Amoku. Liam Barr. Rachel Charlotte Florence Bailey. Bobby Victoria Church. Millie Georgina Daltrey. Joseph Ellis. Nina Jackson. Jasmine Maria Keeley. Amelia Jane Maynard. Anwuli Joy Atua. Ben Stapleton. Neve Strickland. Lauren May Webb. Emily Jane Wolsacek. For the award of Master of Laws, Medical Law and Ethics, Philip Ngona Nwachukwu. For the award of Master of Business Administration, Omar Mohammed Al-Suwadi. Ahmed Halal Al-Jaberi. Vice-Chancellor, it is my pleasure to present those who have been awarded higher research degrees. The award of Doctor of Philosophy with a thesis entitled The Impact of Microfinance on Ethnic Minority Microbusiness Development in the United Kingdom, Yahya Al-Hassan. For the award of a professional doctorate with a thesis entitled Have the New Procurement Rules Simplified and Improved the Public Procurement Process, Robert James Wren. Vice-Chancellor, that completes the list of graduands for me to present to you today.
Professor Gary Packham, thank you. Many congratulations to you all. In addition to your success, there are many fellow graduands with whom you studied but who are not attending today's ceremony for a variety of reasons. In their absence, please would you join me in acknowledging their success. I now call for one final time on the Vice-Chancellor, Professor Roderick Watkins, to address the new graduates.
So now, please may I ask all those who have been presented to me on the stage this evening, please may I ask you to stand. Thank you. As Vice-Chancellor of Anglia-Ruskin University, I hereby admit you to the degrees, diplomas and awards for which you have been presented to me today. As a member now of the community of scholars, take all that you have learned into society and uphold the values of freedom of thought and scholarship. Our warmest congratulations to you all.
Honoured guests, that brings us to the end of the ceremony, and I hereby declare proceedings closed. Can I now please ask you all to stand for the academic procession?